In a few minutes or less, I am going to tell you if I think the Flextail Zero Pump is worth the buy or if you should save your money and look for something else. How's it going, everybody? Normally when I do a should I buy video, I like to wait until I've used the product for several months before actually doing a review on it. I've only owned this one for a few weeks. I've used it a couple of times and I have some concerns about this product that I really wanted to bring to your attention because I feel like this is an item that is going to get popular and I worry that people are going to start to have problems with this, and if they're not careful, the problems can be catastrophic and the device will become useless. So what this product is this is the Flextail 1.2 ounce Zero Pump. I think it's an ingenious little design. The way it's put together, the way it looks, the way it feels, the weight, everything about this device is really nice. It has several features on it that make it really desirable. One of the favorite things about this is the fact that the on-off switch requires a double press to turn on. And what's nice about that is when this item is in your pack, it's not going to accidentally turn on as you're walking around with it. Big problem I have with many headlamps and different flashlights is that they'll accidentally turn on, and by the time you get to camp at night, everything's dead. So the double tap thing is a nice little feature. I do like that. It's also got these very easy to install little rubber nozzles that come with the device, and what they're great about is they go on really nice, really easy, and then they pop off, so you can have it on one side to fill your air pad and the other side to deflate your air pad. So it's an ingenious way of doing it, and there's multiple different ones that come to fit multiple different air pads. So that's also a really nice feature. The two that I have here are the ones that fit my pad, and they work perfectly for that. One of the other nice features about this device is it runs off of a CR123 battery, and it's actually rechargeable off of a micro USB. That's huge. I can recharge this off of a battery pack, off of my solar panel, whatever I need to. I've also purchased a handful of backup rechargeable CR123s because they work in other devices such as my high-powered flashlights. Another thing that's nice about this device is its size. I have a couple other air pumps here for blown up air pads that you can see are quite bigger and much heavier. This one is from Thermarest Neo Air, and you can see it's a little bit bigger, although it's probably lighter. It's also feels very cheap, and always concerned that this thing is going to break. It's lasted quite a while, but little bits of grit and sand get in there and it does shut it down. So this is another example of a pump here, power pump. And the only thing I like about this one, it is very powerful for an air pump. It pumps up stuff no problem. But the other nice thing about this is I can actually use this as an emergency battery charger. There's a USB outlet and you could charge your phone off of this pump if you needed to. But it is big, it is much bigger in size and much heavier. So that is another reason why I really like the little Flexair, because its size. I mean, that's my thumb next to it. You can see that it's a pretty small device and it's really nice. So it's put together really well. I like the way it feels. I like the weight. I love the double press on button, and the CR123 battery I think is a great powerful little battery to run such a small device. So why am I making a video about this device before really getting much use out of it? Well, it does have, in my opinion, one critical weak spot. I used to be a machinist, and one of the things we did was we made a lot of threads and things. This thing has the worst, grittiest threads I have ever felt on anything. When you turn the threads, it almost sounds like there's sand in the threads. Now, this housing is made out of an aluminum. Every time I take off this cap, little aluminum flakes and specks will fall out of there. And so what's happening is these threads are grinding against themselves and they're wearing down. Normally that wouldn't be an issue for a device, with the exception of the battery that you need to charge is under the cap behind those threads. And when you have to charge your battery, you have no choice but to undo these threads, pull this cap off to access that battery. So I don't know how long these threads are going to last. That grinding tells me that there is going to come a point where these threads become useless and they will no longer grab onto themselves. They will no longer thread onto each other. I think they're going to strip out after a fair amount of use. One of the things that concerns me is that I did reach out to Flextail about this. I sent them an email a couple weeks ago already and did not get an answer back. What made me want to make this video is this is about a $50 device, and if it was working properly and everything was perfect on it, I don't think that's out of the question. I think $50, it's a little high for such a device, but I think if the quality was there, it would totally be worth it, because it does blow up a pad really fast and it does deflate a pad relatively fast. And I love the rechargeable battery that is actually removable from the device. However, taking into consideration these threads, I am not convinced that this thing is going to have a long life, because once these threads wear out, you're going to have no way to secure the battery and the housing together anymore. It's just not going to function anymore. Even here on the table, you can see the glittery aluminum that was left behind. So I did reach out to Flextail about this. I sent them an email about 2 weeks ago and have not heard back. What really kind of irritated me about that was I received a review request from the company. They wanted me to fill out a review on their website detailing my experience with their device. So I took the opportunity to do that. I wrote a review explaining exactly what I'm explaining to you now. It really bothers me when a company is worried about a review and will send you requests for reviews but not return an email with a concern about their product. There is other people in the reviews who have been commenting on the bad threads, so they're absolutely aware of it. I've seen a few channels now actually talking about this device and the bad threads. So no doubt, I think it'll be something that's addressed eventually. But for now, I think that there's a major problem with these threads. If the threads just sounded tight, or they sounded gritty, or if they were even a little loose and sloppy, that'd be one thing. But the fact that every time that I pull off this cap, there is aluminum dust that falls out of the cap, and that is from these threads. I've tried cleaning the threads up slightly and had no success. Got to be really careful with them because they are aluminum. But yeah, it's highly concerning for such a expensive product for what it is. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Everything else about this little device is pretty neat, and I actually really look forward to using it and having it. But if the threads fail, the device will become useless, and that's concerning, because that could happen anytime you pull off these threads and or you pull off this cap and recharge this device. So as I do in all my review videos that have to do with the failure of a product, if the company does respond to my email, I'll put a link down below with their response. If you look down in the comment section and there is not a section where their reply is, then they have not responded to my email. We're 2 weeks in. I fully do not expect to get an email back from them. So at this point, the only thing I can really do is just use the product, see how long it lasts, and let you guys know what my experience is. If and when the product does fail on me, I will shoot another video and explain how long it lasted and exactly what the failure was, whether it was the threads or something else. Happy to do a follow-up to this. But yeah, unfortunately for now, I'm not holding out a lot of hope for this. I think that this is eventually going to be a failure point on an otherwise really nice little device. So if you have this item and you have any experience with it, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on it. Leave a comment down below. If you appreciate these Should I Buy videos and think that they're valuable, let me know by leaving a thumbs up or a comment, and yeah, I'll continue to do them. It's unfortunate. I think it'll be a good device. They just need to fix those threads. So my recommendation on Should I Buy at this time, I'm going to go with a no. I would hold off on this device until they fix that thread issue. I think that's a critical failure point just waiting to happen. So if you want my 2 cents, I would hold off and wait until something else is available. This one I had high hopes on. So let's see if Flextail actually does fix the problem. If you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, criticisms, whatever you got, let me know and we will take it from there. So until next time, y'all take care, and we will see you on the next one.